Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. In the last update we worked on the vehicle there for Two-Face, and here it is on a road, and it does look like the roads are a little bit too narrow. Somebody did mention this to me a couple of updates ago, and I did say I'd have a look into it. I want to keep the roads as narrow as possible, however, it just looks a little bit cramped, and especially when it comes to turning a corner, there isn't that much room there. So I'm going to extend the roads by 2 studs. So I will do that across the whole city. So as I do each section, they will just get extended. I may have some roads which are a one-way system, so it's just down to one road. That might help with the layout of the city. But again, we'll cross that bridge further down the line. Now, somebody mentioned the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle about their vehicle. I haven't left a hole in the wall there for the garage, so I need to get that all corrected. But what I want to do is start working on raising this area up. It's not going to be a full raised platform like we have over there, but I do want to have it on a couple of different levels if I can. So whether or not I extend that out at all, I'm not sure. We're just going to play it by ear and see what we can come up with. This part down here, this platform, I want to come out at a 45-degree angle over the water. So again, the waterfront here, it would be nice to get that done. And also be nice to start placing the water. But the water here, this platform here, I want to come out at a 45-degree angle. So I want to get that all sorted out, as well as the water and the walls along the waterfront here. So we've got plenty of different areas of this section down here that we'll be working on in this update. And that's the first part completed, moving the roads around and also extending the width of them by the 2 studs. So this road has now been moved from here over to here. I've also put the curved plates on the edges just to give it that nicer, smoother look. And the same here. And the bricks will just slide underneath the actual plates there, and then we'll tile those all off. The small road there, that's going to lead to the turtle garage. With this road here, that's going to be taking us up to the raised platform, and I was just going to put some stilts under there to help support it. However, I think the better option will be to actually build a brick wall all the way along here with some slopes on there, and then the road will just rest on top of it. And I think that's going to be the best option. Now, the pipe is going to be hidden for the turtles layer on there, so I might have it so there's a pipe coming across this way. You just have to imagine it goes along and then turns 90 degrees to the side. But what I'm going to turn my attention to next is this area here, get this at the angle that I want to do so, and then I can start working out how I'm going to go about sorting the pavements out. So next up, let's turn our attention to this area here. Let's turn our attention next to this section just here. Going to rotate that by 45 degrees, and then we'll lay all of the water around this area. And there are the support walls all in place. And I did originally use a wall section I had previously made up, which made it look like a dirty wall. However, it didn't look quite right for that particular area. But what I need to do now is turn my attention to this area here, which is where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle garage is going to be. And there is our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle garage entrance. It's very dark in there at the moment, so I think I might need to put a light in there. Now, at the moment, there are a couple of the art plates on there, the 16 by 16 plates. So there are some Technic holes on the far end, so I could feed a light into there. So that might work out quite well. If it doesn't, what I'll do, I'll just remove the bricks and plates off the top there. It'll be a very quick fix to do that. Put the lights in, and then that'll be it. Job done. Now the doors, they are going to be brick built, and there's a couple of clips either side there which I can just attach them to. Next thing I need to do is turn my attention to this part here. I want to put a road section on there. So it's going to be plated off with two sides coming up, and then I'll put a snot brick road going down on top of that. So let's start doing that now, and I'll check back in once we've done so. And there is the ramp that leads up to the raised platform, all sorted, all in place. What I need to do now is build the road that goes along here. So it's a snot road as the rest of the city is going to be. And as you can see, this is the point where the actual road comes to at the very bottom. So I need to extend this pavement out so it comes to there. I then need to make the road go along this way. So I'm going to have to bring that all this way. So I'm going to have to chop into the pavement there and the wall. I want to try and keep this water area as large as possible. So just need to try and work out what the optimum setup is. And that's the pavement moved down, and I just need to rebuild the wall up on here. Now this is a section which I want to have at a 45-degree angle, and I want to have a statue on here. Now the plan is at the moment I'm going to use the parts from the Statue of Liberty set. I won't be building the actual Statue of Liberty, I don't think. I would sooner have something that's totally my own design. And also, I'm not sure what character to have on the statue, so if anybody's got any good ideas, please pop it in the comments below. But first of all, what I need to do is build this section out just here at the 45-degree angle. And there is the platform all in place, ready to be built on for the statue. And the good thing is as well, if I wanted to, I could add some curved plates on the end here or some wedge plates just to give it that little bit more character. But what I'm going to turn my attention to now is just tidying this section up here. The road that's coming down here, I think I'm going to bring down a little bit further. The road going across here's got to come down to where that stud is there anyway. And then I'll just work out how I'm going to do the road on this part. So let's do that now, and I'll check back in once we've done so. And just checking in one final time for this update. We put a couple of road sections down there just so you can see the visual of what it's going to be like. I'm really happy with how this is all coming along. Got to still raise this area up here, which is what I'll be probably cracking on with in the next update. On the back here, I'm considering having a small building on that corner just there, and then another one here. So it's more like an alleyway that leads to the Turtle Garage. I think that's going to look a lot better. Now on this section here, all of these walls, they will be replaced with a lot more detail. I've just popped those on there for the time being, just so you can get a visual of what it's looking like. And the same with this platform area here. I'm still considering changing that, so there's a little bit more shape to it, just to give it that little bit more character. But all in all, really happy with how this is all developing now, the shapes that are coming along. The road up there, I can be happier with how that's coming. Now on the back here, I do want to carry on working on the Batcave very soon. However, I'm still trying to work out a couple of details on there, and also with the road that comes out of Wayne Terminus. So once I've got that all clear in my head, we'll turn our attention back to that particular section. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think could be interested in building Gotham City in Lego, if you could share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for stopping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.